Hey everyone, we are here today. We are going to make a Heike Kuchen. You're not going to find that recipe anywhere because it was a cake that
my sister made by mistake. She made the cake, but she done something wrong. I don't know if she added something to it or took something away from it, but it wasn't like it's supposed to be, but it's the best cake ever. So we will make this cake today, and it's easy to do and fast to do, and everybody will love it.
Yeah, so it is super fast. The only thing is it does take some time to cool down, and German cakes always taste better the second day. So if you don't have a ton of time, you can make it, throw it in the fridge, and then take it to a potluck or whatever you want to do the next day. We are going to start out at the oven because she has to make the filling first because we want that to cool down before we actually make the cake, right?
Yeah, that's right.
Okay, so we're going to head over to the stove, and my mom can go ahead and show you guys how she makes the pudding, that filling.
So that's the vanilla pudding what you boil, and you don't have to use this pudding. You can use a regular vanilla pudding.
And what else do you have?
I take a few spoons of cherry, and I mix it with the vanilla pudding, so when it boils I can just put it in here and it gets nice and
Mom,
thick.
you're gonna have to use the other burner.
Oh. I'm putting it in the cherry juice and then put it in the pot so it gets nice and thick. And after it's cooked, we will put it between the cake after it's cooled down. I mean, it's a very easy recipe. And
so why did you take a little bit of cold juice out of the actual cherries?
Because when you put the pudding just in there like this, you get thick chunks in there.
So this is actually helping with not having chunks?
Yeah. You don't want to bite around on kind of floury or whatever the pudding is made on the chunks.
You can see that it's boiling on the sides. She's going to go ahead and add the pudding.
And I don't know if my sister, maybe, I'm just thinking, maybe she's supposed to put pudding and then the cherries on it or something, but this is what came out and it's the best start to get thick. See how nice and thick it is? And when it gets cold, it's even thicker. So that's it.
All right, well, put it back over here so that I can see it. So it's nice and thick. All right, so Mom, is there any kind of tips you can give them with the pudding besides what we just did over there? You always use something, whatever you're mixing the pudding with, the milk or whatever, cold, right?
Yeah. Well, pudding is vanilla pudding. You have to boil it. Now, if you use German vanilla pudding or American vanilla pudding, it don't make no difference. You just take your cherry with the juice and you let it warm up, and then you take you a little bit you take a little bit cold juice out and then mix the pudding with it. And when the cherries and the stuff boils, you just mix it in so it gets nice and thick. And at the time it cools, you start making your cake. The cake is actually only one dough for the bottom and for the top. So it's very easy, and kids love it and grown-ups love it.
Okay, so what we're gonna do, there's two ways of doing the actual dough for this cake. One is more of a strudel, which means you would freeze the butter and use frozen butter to make the strudel. We are not going to do that, but you can. So we're gonna go ahead and get started with the making the dough. So the dough is 200 grams of sugar, 200 grams of butter, 200 grams of butter. And you can go ahead and start mixing. 1 package of
baking powder.
So 1 package of baking powder would be what?
1 tablespoon of baking powder in America.
So 1 tablespoon of baking powder. You can also buy those in packages on Amazon. 1 package of vanilla zucca, which you can also buy on Amazon, or you can do what Mom always says.
1 tablespoon sugar and 1 tablespoon vanilla.
Then we have 2 eggs. And then I'm going to mix this up a little bit better.
Today is a nice day outside. It's not too hot, not like usually.
Yeah. So, Heike is your youngest sister.
Yes. And she is tried to surprise my mom coming home from work, and she wanted to bake a cake. Now, she tried to go by recipes, but I think she only was maybe 10 or 12 years old. She made some kind of mistake. I don't know if she's supposed to take the vanilla pudding and put it on the dough and then the cherries, or vice versa, or mix it like I did. But she mixed it like I did, and when my mom came home, she told her that the cake tasted very good, but it wasn't the recipe it's supposed to have been. But from that day on, they only used this recipe, and I think it's one of the best recipes.
Heike was also the first one that gave me a cigarette when I was probably 10.
She was a kid to that time too. She's only, what, 10 years older than you?
Yeah, so she was probably like
20
a teen.
years or 19
yeah.
years. I mean, if I would have known, she probably would have got in trouble, but, well, stuff happens. Parents don't know everything.
Okay, so, like I said, there's 2 ways of making this cake. One is the strudel wise, which would basically be using your hands and using frozen butter. So if you're using a mixer, just because it's faster, you'll have dough like this. And the first thing we're going to do is we're going to divide this dough by 2, because you're going to need 1 for the bottom and 1 for the top of the dough. So my mom's already got us a 9-inch pan. We have baking paper in there, and you're going to take the first half and you're just going to squish it in.
Yeah, normally you have the streusel, and when you have the streusel, you just put it in, and then when your cherry stuff is cold, you put some of that in, and then you put the rest of the streusel up on top. But since we don't have no streusel, we just push it in like this.
But the streusel is the same recipe. You just use smaller pieces of butter and have the butter frozen.
That's right, girl.
Now this doesn't have to be completely cooled off because it's going back into the oven.
I still would have it cooled off a little bit, because if not, when you put it on here, the stuff kind of melts, and then you just have it stick on the floor. I wouldn't do this.
We did last time.
Okay, then do it, girl. Do whatever makes you happy.
It takes we preheated the oven to 350 degrees. And now you're just going to take pieces smaller than that. I thought last time we did it like this. We're doing 2 different things here. That's what you did last time. That keeps changing stuff on me. She always changes stuff on me.
Well, streusel would be small pieces.
Yeah, but we didn't do streusel, right? We did
Clutches.
We did something. It looked pretty the last time we did it, and we did it like this because we didn't want to freeze the butter, or we didn't want to wait to freeze the butter. Making these videos is fun, but it takes a lot of time to actually do them. And so we always are trying to come up with ways of doing things a little bit faster.
You know, I even was thinking maybe for the next time, try to put a little bit some cheesecake under it. I don't know.
Yeah, we could.
We got so many German recipes. What we want to try out, we just have to change the metrics and the cooking, so it turns out right. So we have to make one and see how it turns out, and then work on it so it works in English.
Well, and the problem a lot of times is that we have these recipes, but they all know how to make them over there, and she did too, but you haven't really baked in such a long time.
Yeah,
I mean, sometimes we have to make this recipe a few times to figure out
we
what...
only write down the ingredients, but not how to do it, you know, so you forget about it.
So you could make this cake with other fruits as well, if you wanted to, if you don't like cherries. Germans do use a lot of cherries. Americans don't for baking. I'm not sure why, but you could use strawberries or something else, but I would use canned so that you can use the juice from the can to make it more flavorful. So this is going to go into the oven at 350 degrees for 50 minutes, and we will be back. We have a half a cake. We actually had some friends over and had dinner, and we didn't have time to record anything before dinner, so voila, half a cake. You want to try? I mean, we've already tried it, but we'll try it live again.
It was very good. Our friends really loved it. So there's not much left.
Yeah. You want to just split a piece?
Yeah.
We actually made some whipped cream too.
I have some whipped cream left over if you want some.
Let's get it. Super easy to make. It's heavy whipping cream. We put a package of vanilla zucker in there, and then mix it.
Oh, you think I want to share one with you?
A cake?
Yeah.
I just asked you if I wanted to share.
No, I want the whole one.
You're on a diet.
I know. I didn't eat much today, so the cake mixed it up.
Okay. At least it's not a huge piece.
Thank you.
All right.
It was very good and will be good again.
I love
The crust
the crust.
and the cherry tartness.
It's just, it's not overly sweet. It's a great summer dessert.
Yeah. I bet if you ask your husband, he wants another piece too.
Yeah, probably. So try it. Let us know what you did differently. Tell us what you think. But like I said, it's a super easy one. We made it this morning. We had guests over for dinner. Friends.
And they saw the cake, so we had to let them try, and they loved it.
Yeah, because we weren't actually going to bring the cake out, but we were talking about cakes and said that we made one. So we let them try it, and it was a hit.
Bye next time. Let us know how you like it.